least you're honest.
It wasn't like it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
I forgot that you asked me to get you water. I really did.
Well, sometimes you'll ask me something, and I'll get distracted. You know, whether it's like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it in a second, and then, someone will say something that consumes my mind at the time, and it's like, oh, that's right, you wanted that, didn't you? It's like, I'm definitely not one to. I'm definitely not one to, Now I'm curious, since we're at the Hottie Clinic, if we'll see Dr. Hottie. I don't know. I kind of wish he was in the show, honestly. That would have been great. Alright. Glasses are clean. Smudge marks. Oh, be going live.
Yeah, he's been going on.
Night dreams.
Yeah.
No. Alright. I'd appreciate it. Alright. Thank you. I have a mouse. Oh! I mean, considering I start at 9 and it's 9:18, I went live around 2 minutes ago, I think I'm a little late. Actually, no. There was a reason I'm late, but that's because I was getting trophies. So, since I am trying to platinum the game, I will show you the progress that I've done. Alright, we have to do Bridge to Turnabout, which is the Trial of Realm. We need to clear this episode. I got the Secret of 3 Weapons today, and I got that one the other night. I got this one today. Whoa, phone, what's up? Oh, first got it. I should be getting this one tonight. I have to do that trial all over again, and then once I finish all the trials, I'll have this one. So, I'm so close to platinuming this thing, and I'm excited. Alright, anyways, back to this. Observe if you can make it. Either way, I always think you're there, and everyone. I always think you are there, and everyone is there, because I don't know exactly who is there. So I count everyone in my mind. Yeah, I'm trying to be better, getting better at watching streams, even if I'm just lurking. I'm trying to get better at it. Anyways, we're at the Hottie Clinic. Because, Miles did his duty. He got, there's another day of investigation. So, he's going to see Phoenix, check it out. Yeah, that's a fair point. Because you just see the names, and it's not like anyone says, like, I usually try to do work, but... So, we're at the Hottie Clinic where we see Dr. Hottie. Oh. That's kinda... Alright, I thought it was gonna be something else. Excuse me. Yeah, sometimes the list doesn't update. And my stream's acting up again. I thought it was fixed, but... still slow. Actually, I did it earlier and it was fine. Yeah. I wish you could have like a full list of who was there and watching. Oh well, I guess. I'm still up at this hour reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case that my mentor, Mia Fey, had handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth I refuse to accept is holding me hostage within its pages. Excuse me, sorry. Had to throw up a little bit. I don't want that. I don't want the list because it would make me sad if it's 0. Well, sometimes it says 0, but I would just like to see like a whole. Really? I don't know how you do that because when I'm on my phone, I can't see who's in chat. Dahlia Hawthorne. Ugh. What I've read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know he'll be able to help. But I know that he will be able to help me with him somehow. Well, GC 0 viewers doesn't mean 0 people. It just means whoever. Just means whoever isn't there isn't. Yeah. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian and artist speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. Well, we're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the sushi did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Yeah, for me, I kind of wish I would count everyone as a viewer, even. I mean, I think that sound needs to be on to be counted as a viewer, and I think if you don't chat for a while, it discredits you as a viewer. Another sword, huh? Don't worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, and I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That's probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the visit to paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into, and that is our client's background. Naturally, you mean Iris, sir? I have a feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. In a sense, I probably won't be getting that from you. I'm sorry, Edward. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Well, no, well, because he knows, because Dahlia was arrested, so he's just because he's thinking, yeah, she's Dahlia, so he's just double checking.
Yeah, I know.
I never liked how Twitch counted people according to specific things. People must meet requirements to be counted. I feel that everyone who has a page up, no matter what they're doing, is counted. That's how I think it should be. But apparently, yeah, no, I totally agree with you there, Galaxy. I kind of wish that was the case. Guess I should be moving too. Why? Do you need me do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've gotta work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across the other side. Ah, that's right! Mine's still stuck in the inner temple. But don't worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I'm gonna continue collecting evidence. Come on, please! It's for the art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know that can be persistent. Could be this persistent and high-strung. He was supposed to come over tomorrow night, but he's gonna come over tomorrow, I guess. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. I'll make you famous. Speak of the devil. Enough! A fool's fool... Okay. A fool's fool who foolishly accepts the... Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Uh-huh? Me? Wait a sec. I know you. You're, Ow! Oh, wait! Galaxy and Lance, did you see what I tagged you both on Facebook? Well, you both need to see it. It's funny, and I sent it to my mom, and we were both laughing. Actually, I probably should have tagged me too, but you both need to see it. Your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want me to? And you're gonna want me to grill? You want to grill me over a name? Oh, you did? I didn't look. I don't have faith, so go back. Franzi, you can't do that! Even if we sneak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. With a dead horse, isn't that one of the American sayings? No, it's not! And I'm not on the brink of anything! Come on, Nick, tell her! Would you? Tell her she needs to be a model in my new picture book, Franzi's Whippity Whip Trip. God! Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least a semi-coherent testimony. But before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says, I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like the dude with the red underwear.
Okay.
What? What? Yeah, it overpasses a bridge. It's when you're going down the highway, that's like the bridge that crosses over the road. And that's where Lance lives. He lives under an overpass. But no, also, the guy isn't watching. The guy who was doing the vaccination was Lance. He was doing it in his house under an overpass. Somebody was watching him. That's at least how I perceived it. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix, right? I'm not sure if it was a COVID vaccine, but it was a... I don't even think it was a vaccine. It was probably... Yeah, it's probably drugs. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right, accepting my perfect win record, naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it been years since we first met? Oh, sorry. Her brother was legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Also, I had to look at his ugly mug today to get a trophy. I don't think it was the white liquid, I don't think it was the milk you were talking about. I think it was probably like, what's a drug you inject into your body? Heroin? Yeah, heroin. He's shooting up heroin and the guy was saying he was a vaccine. You know, I could say something, I'm just gonna not say it. He had a perfect win record. Oh, for 40 years long. But now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me, this I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. I mean, my mind can get a lot darker if you want me to go that dark. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Also, we're just gonna keep in mind that, 1926... I have a couple great jokes that are not stream appropriate. Yeah, no, use words. Laurie Stoneham, aka Larry Bud, saw an unbelievable sight at Heavenly Hall at the night of the crime. Edgeworth was pulled into being prosecuted by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said that this case has a very special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I'm here. Your personal involvement will make me crushing you into teensy weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kinda cute. It's when you reach middle school age. Or, I want to say like 5th grade, 6th grade, that's when it starts. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the sick! That foolish fool doing Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and that one thing is to pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold Killer X. No, it's the fever talking. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes. Every last word, every last sentence, and every last paragraph. All of the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah. Huh? I mean, yeah, he isn't a dangerous woman. He did date Dolly, a bitch face. Attempting to cross a burning bridge, did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thing on my mind was I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Computer said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Oh yeah, she's gotta be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened in the temple that night. Alright, I was hoping...
So you're gonna move to the main gate.
Okay, so Maya.
You talked about time on today's trial, what happened. Move to the courtyard. Move to the main hall.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Drop the key.
Yeah, Jesus. That was one loud sigh. The only not insane person that he could possibly date is, possibly her. Yeah, Maya. Nope. Maya. This one. Not Mia. Maya. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix. I know Miles wasn't gonna take note of it. Mystic Elise, now I think about it. And there's an acolyte stuck at her temple, and the poor little girl's gone missing too. That little girl. Wait, you don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls, she's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I mean, now Maya's legal. Well, okay, the whole reason Pearl kinda... Okay. Enjoy your shower. So, Pearl kinda sees them as dating is because, in Karine Village, it's mostly led by females, so a lot of the times the fathers leave. So, the whole reason she's kinda really, like, antsy and pushy about Maya and Nick is because she doesn't... She wants Maya and them to be happy, and she wants to see them, like... She wants to see it be a happy relationship, but not in, like, all the other relationships in Karine Village. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost my faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least, it was until this morning. I didn't see any sidewalks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know, the artist who testified after me? Yeah, it's actually, what's funny about them is I was reading online about things, and, it was... Nick and Maya's relationship, I see the relationship as strictly platonic, like brother and sister, but that's how it was designed. But Maya and Nick's relationship is like lightning in a bottle. Like, if no one can ever make that kind of relationship ever again, because their personalities and everything, they complement each other so well, so it's kind of, it's very hard, it's gonna be very hard to kind of, like, replicate that kind of a relationship. Because they complement each other, like, they need each other. If I can find it, I'll send it to you, because it's really kind of interesting. Like, but they're strictly brother and sister, like, they are platonic, like, but when they met, Maya lost her sister, and Phoenix kind of took that role of, like, the sibling role, so, you know, and they give each other shit. Their relationship is, it's one of a kind, and, so I don't think Phoenix ever dates but I know a lot of people ship Miles and Phoenix, which I don't. Because I see them more as, like, friends. But Phoenix actually adopts a daughter named Trucy. But that also involves other stuff later on. When I saw that man testify so figuratively about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble and nothing else. If Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, then only one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple, correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. Iris claimed she was in her room at Hazapur Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night, but because you did, Maya's stuck all by herself at the Inner Temple. Ugh, I'm so sorry. The drafts of that place are nothing to shake a stick at. The winter's especially bad. I'll bet the training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. I've gotta get Maya out of there fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. The area on the other side must be isolated on an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives there, and it's surrounded by all sides by a river or the forest. I see. So the criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. As long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will still have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck with a murderer, and there's no way to escape either. Oh dear. Yes, I suppose it does. Oh, please, Gumshoe, get the bridge up faster. That is why I think they could have been a good couple, but I always thought it was not romantic or anything like that. They joke around with each other, and sometimes that might look romantic, but it's completely pure, just jokes. Oh yeah, no, yeah. I think that's what kind of makes Pearl so funny, is because she's like, oh, they're so cute together. Like, oh, it's like the knight in shining armor. She's so adorable. I guess a lot of people found her annoying in this game. I didn't, but that was just me. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh? Do you need to know my measurements for the investigation or something? No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Lee Stoneham? I'm afraid I don't know much better way to store her bust for that matter. No. I wonder why she came to stay at this place to begin with. She told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. But, I don't know, you make me sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mr. Khalees was here to soak in the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There. You did it again, Mr. Bikini. I also refer to Miss Stoneham as Mr. Khalees. Oh! Yes, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all of our visitors as mystic. It makes their experience feel more authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. If you must know, respect your elders. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Ooh, look, psycho logs. 2, no, 3, 4, 5. Pearl sees they could be a good one. Yeah, well, it's because I think it's how Maya talked about Nick. Honestly, it's how she talked about Nick. It seems this Lee Stoneham is no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Stoneham on the evening of the murder. And now she's vanished. It's gotta be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in all this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried. Try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Pearls. She was with Miss Stoneham on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I I have a temple to run, you know. I'm busy preparing for training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we finished eating dinner. Yeah, I always see Mai as the one to start stuff. Yeah, I think that's not Maya or no. Yeah. Well, she's younger, and she's also, I want to say, more like, I don't know. Again, she's like a little sister to him. The murder didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hadn't turned up at home either. Come on, keep calm. There's only one place left where Pearls could... Where Pearls? I didn't know the clown was here. Pearls could be. She says she has to be there. Come on, don't you tell me you'll be done with your repair soon. Where? This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying so on the stand, so maybe there are some clues here we've yet to find. Damn it. Yeah, Miss Stoneham staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere at the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? The sushi! And there's Mr. Conley's hand right there. It was proven in court today that this wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it's pretty much used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. They are quite a bit of snow up here in Evil Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, they're tools to hang around. The sled, that's just gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. I'm sorry for this, but I think I'm hitting the hay, I'm sleepy, and I can't keep my eyes open. All the work today drained me big time. Oh, you're all good, Galaxy. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, what was that jarring and considerably loud yell? So this is where you've been keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I just did. I told you I'd let you know. Well, then I'll come along with you. Sorry, ma'am. There's no unauthorized personnel, or no whatever. Can you give Galaxy a shout out? Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but... Ah! It's been a while, Scruffy. It's Miss Von Karma. Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My, well... You certainly seem to have everything under control. I'm on your side. I won't do anything. I won't do anything you won't do to me. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. Why are you daydreaming about Phoenix, Wright? Ow! That hurts, you know. Silence. Okay, Black Quilt. I, Francisco Von Karma, will personally guide you through the investigation, so you will follow me. She's not seriously gonna follow me around, is she? I guess I need gumshoe. Alright. Yay! Alright, can we go to Heavenly Hill? Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. And I must have commenced the investigation. Oh! Oh, Mr. Nick! That voice! Pearls! Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick! So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely, I thought I was gonna die. When I woke up in the morning, I saw that the ski bridge was gone. I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. I'm Francisca von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well, I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong. You were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Ow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave it away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya. Hey, wait, Pearls. She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix, right? Making a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearls is acting like that. Oh, it's giving me the creeps. Guess I better take another look around since I finally had a chance, especially since actually this place it seems different from 2 days ago. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be here in training. Yet she appears to be nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. The whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. It's a psycho lock! The door. When I was here 2 days ago— what? Psycho lock. I'm gonna call them psycho locks from now on. This weird lock wasn't on it. Those changed. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I've seen the locks and the chains before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psycho lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. The picture of a woman is actually... a woman? I don't see a woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not different. It's a different smell. It's gravy. What's the matter? This scroll. It's completely covered in gravy. Yes, that is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce, so when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must have been the gravy that we had on the roast the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this. Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot, I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at trial today? I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I've had the measure of you. You're the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? It was the wild marriage, right? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Well, I guess I owe you one then. Well, you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is mine! Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once. Lady Blood. Lady Von Whippingberg, go home. Phoenix Wright. Why are you hitting me for? You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize. You've said something emotion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind the mask. Is that anger, or is it sorrow? You had some important business? That's why you were in court today, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, and perhaps you don't remember. I returned from the... You see, Trite, I have experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and the adjustments to your organ is, well, let's just say, modern medicine allows you to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So you mean that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight's pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn out piece of junk on my body. The body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why did you ask him? Uh-huh? Me? Yeah, Trite, you should know all about it. You know, well, my life ended, and who ended it for me? Well, Phoenix Wright, do you? I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. And it would all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier you said something I've done something I can never undo. What do you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here is on the side of Dusky Bridge. It's an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching for any trace of the acolyte who went missing. Missing? As the leader of the search party, I can tell you with absolute certainty, Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? But that's impossible. She came here last night, and I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where is that? The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we're standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. So they haven't searched the cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Trite, you sent my fate to her death. You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you there with the search party right now? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see that big locking chain? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open as we speak. Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What the hell are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me. And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. Oh, we have two things. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man. But she bit off more than she could chew. And she made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. but I got the guy personally. Sure, Miss Faye's murderer was caught, but that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the moment, at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mina Faye was your teacher. Well then, I'd say you learned nothing, right? You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. You sentenced me to death. No! What is this peculiar looking lock? Why don't we just break it open with a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area's always been prone to earthquakes. And the repeated tremors weaken the foundation of the training hall. With any excessive force used to break the lock would open, well, we'll just say the air temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well. I dare suggest the obvious solution of opening it with a key. Sure. Just show me where the keyhole in this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. And then who was it? Simple. The accused. What? Iris. When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, on the night of the murder, was no exception. My Faye was to train in there. But now I think about it, she said that Iris Love was in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris is the accused is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang it in there, Maya. We'll get you. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot! How sure of Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somehow, and it's the only place she could be. You better start praying. You better pray that a friend of yours brings the accused back here. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix, right? That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. I guess I'll just have to... I guess I just have to do what I can for now. Oh. Oh, okay. So it changes because she's here. That's awesome. Alright. Looks like no one's here. Larry? Laurice? Oh, sure he tried hiding in here. I guess I'll try again later. Oh no! I didn't want to go here! Inner temple gate? No.
Did you go to the inner temple gate?
Yeah.
Examine the incinerator and the training hall?
Oh yeah. Hey, actually, let me do that. Inner temple gate. There's a weird smell coming from the incinerator. The door's also open, almost like it's begging for me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think, Francisco von Karma? I seem to remember there was snow on the incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. I don't know, should I or shouldn't I? It seems like someone's talking to himself. Where's it coming from? Oh. Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ugh, my brain. It's driving me nuts. Ugh! Is something troubling you, Scruffy? Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir. It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder, with my whip. So what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal? Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that, or not off or not? How do you know that, sir? Oh, yeah, I really forgot. You can go through that little gate. You can't go through that little gate, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? No, I kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever about something? Or something? So what's behind there, Scruffy? Huh? Kind of a garden? A garden? Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm telling you, I'm not asking you, pal. You got me? Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, I'll see you later. So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright? Of course, what else do we do? I really want to know what she was thinking of washing off. The garden. Oh! There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is. Strange feeling? Forget about that. What's the strange writing on the stone lantern? Ah! What are you doing here? Sir, I thought I said you can't come in here. Don't you know, Scruffy? Von Karma will always show up wherever there's a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here. But... So, how's the investigation? How's the inner temple investigation going? We have the best forensic team in the world working on the place. Forensics team? And what would the outcome of this scientific study be? Nothing, scientifically speaking. This place is as clean as a whistle. That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that? Oh. Well, there's a couple of things that bother me. First off, when I first got here, sir. The stone lantern and the surrounding area, if that's not covered in snow, correct? Oh yeah. It kinda looks fishy to me. I know scientifically speaking. But I got the boys in the lab coats to look them over. The results were, it's kinda hard to say, actually. Guess I better leave it myself. About Maya. Did Mr. Godot tell you? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party out looking for her, but there's nowhere else she could have disappeared on the side of Dusky Bridge. All we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait since she's the only one that can open up the door to the sacred cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down. I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. There's a little germ or something poking out from the snow. Looks pretty old. But there's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, it's belonged to the victim. Miss Lee Stoneham? Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The end of the cord's found on both the victim and the charm match exactly. Sounds like to me, this little trinket's going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Ah, welcome. I'm guessing you weren't here for the conversation with Godot. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya. Yeah. Now, before you ask, it's written in blood. You'll answer all of our questions now, Scruffy, without exception. Yes, sir. Well, that's odd. There's no snow on the ground here. It's almost a perfect rectangle. It couldn't happen naturally. Yes, it appears as though someone carefully cleared the snow. No doubt it was you. Huh? It wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. It wasn't the police then. Who did it? Oh yeah. There's something I need to tell you, just between the three of us, okay? What is it? It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it? Understood. Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of a local wrestling contest, you see? I was so disappointed. I picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got so much trouble when I left it on the couch. Is that it? That's it. Ah! Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Although I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. A little lantern. A little statue. It's certainly a quaint little garden. Oh! What's this huge bowl for? Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, isn't it? Everything else is completely frozen over, but the ice in the bowl has been broken. That's true. I wonder if there's any effect on this game. Well, I doused my face earlier with some water. I was getting kind of sleepy. Yeah. Next time you're sleepy, you need to only come to me. Got it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing you need to, you all need light so you can get up here to the mountains? Yeah, I was looking at those, pal. It looks like they've lit up pretty much recently. Recently? How recent are we talking? As recent as the night of the murder. I was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit at that time. Thank you for the redemptions. I think I have it right here. No, I need to talk to Gumshoe. The bloody writing. No, not yet. Maya, so these letters are written in blood? Yeah. What's worse is it's the victim's blood. Huh? This is Miss Donham's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright, I presume you know, don't you? What Maya's name written, why Maya's name's written upside down? You know what's really bothering you too, pal? Well, I came up with an answer to the, but I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, the stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Donham wrote these letters herself in her own blood. You must be joking. That's impossible. From the writing of the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Donham's murder. At least that's our current theory of how the events took place, pal. What? So Miss Donham was killed here. However you want to look at it, and that's what the people are saying now. Then what's the certificate you saw in the courtyard? The main temple was. Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, then what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing on the wall, all the other clues here, somehow... Someone could have easily set it up after the night of the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you forget Phoenix, right? Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been incredibly inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. Right. I was overseeing the repairs of the bridge the whole time. No one came here before me or my men. Which means no one could have planted this stuff here, pal. Ugh. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. If this was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that the TV saw. Yeah. The guy's more mysterious than a choose your own escapade book, pal. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I already know. Can't believe he skipped the trial like that without even getting permission. He'd been fired for... He'd have been fired for sure if he worked at a normal company. Never to accept the prosecutor office to be so lax. Don't get the wrong impression, Phoenix, right? More importantly, doesn't it strike you odd that the police are unaware of the man's medical situation? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment to my internal organ is, well, let's just say more medicine allows me to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. Yeah, why is he hiding that from everyone? Additionally, it raises another question. Why did he choose to tell only you? Yeah, why did he? A very interesting question. Okay, move. Inner temple. Crossing the bridge. And it's gonna be about a 15-minute walk so we can reach the main gate. So, shall we, wait here for 15 minutes before we go to the main gate? To show, like, accurate time? Jesus Christ. Main gate. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright! Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him, we gotta hurry up and unlock the Sacred Cavern. Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, it's all my fault. Someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Wait, Edgeworth! I'm coming with you guys! Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate being the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by delicate position? This isn't a simple rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth! Anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. But it's Maya! Mr. Wright! All that matters now is Mystic Maya is rescued correct. Is rescued correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix, Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us. This is no time for standing around, Phoenix, Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention? You're right. Thanks for reminding me. Sister Bikini looks like she shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix, Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? Hi, hello, you two. How are you doing? Yeah, with the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still right down. Iris was just here, you know. She's accompanied by that handsome crimson-clad prince. Is she talking about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault this has happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you say, and there's no shame in that. And we'll see it to your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't want to hear anything else. Anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your pain. I see. Huh? Meh. Ah! Oh yes, you did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who have said that to me. I can't shake the feeling I just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem with Phoenix, Wright? Sure, if she was right to testify so truthfully like that. But I know she's still hiding something. I guess it's time to break those size locks first. Magatama?
Take that!
No, we had the things to do. It needs to do. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I am convinced that Miss Elise Donham had the special significance. To the temple. As to why she had special significance, I believe it was due to her identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was Mystic Elise. She was an author, just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicion almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes. Because I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves that Miss Elise knows her identity. And then it's probably going to be the Grind Master's Talisman?
Take that!
I had a feeling.
You're also going to present the hanging scroll.
Okay. Miss Elise Donham had this charm with her at all times. Huh! Where did you... This isn't some cheap golden good luck charm either. Then... What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could the talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman. It is interesting. Oops! That speaks volume about who Miss Donham really was. The talisman and the other item are unequivocally proven her identity. Ow!
Take that!
The painting obscured by gravy stain. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. But the scroll shows the master of the Korean channeling technique. The crest on top of the sign shows the Yonko title. The very same crest adorns the talisman of the victim carried with her. So this crest is reserved for the master of Korean. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? What? You mean that the acolyte is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes, in fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty!
Jeez. Okay.
That was the quickest I've ever seen Cyclops break. Psycho-Lock, sorry, Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. Then, when she showed me his talisman with the mark I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What's the significance of this talisman, sister? The Krine talisman? It's the symbol of the Master of Krine. The bearer must carry it with them always till their death. Until their death? So Elise Donham was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Fey, the master of the Krine channeling technique. The truth comes out last, and it looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... What's happening? Can't be. Earthquake! Ugh. Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The secret cavern at the training hall might very well cave in. What? Maya! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go. What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. What else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. No one may have been hurt. And let's go find the first aid kit ready. Come on then, Phoenix, right? They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Alright, at the moment I have the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Oh yeah. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's just go. I need to talk to Gumshoe. Let's go get the thingy. Right! Well, what are you doing here? How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Ouch! Hey, why am I the only one getting whipped? She's gone. No! The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What?
You didn't go to the training hall, did you?
Training hall?
Yeah. After you go, you move to the main gate, and then next you go to the training hall.
I haven't. I don't think I've had the chance.
You're at the main gate.
Yeah. So, it was just now during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth one only weakness. Sphere of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end. She could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her, and we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then, you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's in the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to go to the training hall, sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Inner temple training hall. Fortunately, sacred cavern hasn't caved in, but what we found was something none of us expected. How could there be even more locks? What's the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell's going on? Wait a second. Ah, man, I only need to redo all of this. I only got the trophy with Gumshoe. Unless maybe it's... Or unless it's part 2. Yeah, okay. We're still investigating. I'm just gonna check my phone really quickly. Unless I get rid of it? Unless I did it on the other phone. I love having 2 cell phones. I found it. Hey, I'm trying to read here. Oh. Post-earthquake. Okay, so I can do it after this. Right. Is this what Godot was talking about? Yes. The trick box. Now then, Iris. Please remove him at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of giving it, Iris escaped. I know there was only one lock when I came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk, right? Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles, Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. And you get a grip over yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly... There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get some rest. There's only one concern now, Miles, Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You can take things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride, he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be efficient over the job. At any rate, it seems that that is where we part ways, Phoenix, right? I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Why did you make her run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple and I had suddenly severely shaken by the... Are we back? No, it's starting. Wait, it's starting. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Hopefully, I didn't realize I've moved over. I can't tell. What? Everything looks green on my end. Oh yeah. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw Secret Cavern was alright, but what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw the extra locks that someone had put in the Secret Cavern door, and... Who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are sacred treasures of the Quran tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. There's only one person who can set the lock, and only the person who set the lock can open it. And you weren't the ones to set these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Francisco Von Carlo. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? Oh god. It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. But they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. That means that Iris can only open these locks. Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Is there any way around this? Well, like I said, there's hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination to each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, it's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. We've gotta wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. I didn't know Maya played Dead by Daylight. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. It won't let that be Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris. Don't give me that look. You told us that you went to your House of Court Temple at the time of the incident, but you were seen at the evening at the Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime at House of Court, too. So being spotted at both House of Court Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were in... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Yay! Cyclops. I knew it. There's something going on here we don't know about. There are cops still combing this place. Yeah, they look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving me the evil eye the whole time. Mutter, mutter. How could I have done that? Well, I can't believe it's still Edgeworth? Ugh. Hey, don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with you, but it's just the same. Prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris? Yes, and thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation regarding here, huh? There's a high chance that this is the actual crime scene. That's why. Because of the writing in blood that the talisman in the snow. Exactly. As you know, these things couldn't have been planted here after murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya, as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gone over the fear of earthquakes? No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I found myself short of breath. 17 years ago, we were just little kids in school at the same elementary. Edward found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with a big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was the defense attorney. And we were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Ah, you're still here. Good to know. I can't check chat. The single gunshot shattered my whole life. Just his voice keeps changing. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. My case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You don't think I know that? I was there, but... It's just shock. I've never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing more I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think. So no more of this self-pity, okay? I like how you see his character growth throughout the series. There was something that was bothering me from the first moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in the court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look at her file? Yes, I checked every case file I've worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. Well, someone should have been here to voice the Canadian judge he was Irish-Canadian. His father was Canadian and his mother was Irish. And the brother was just adopted. Or maybe he was adopted, who knows? 6 years ago, it was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give you that information. Why to the general public? What? Why not? Maybe it's a little piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris or an Oscorp temple. And neither did the case. No. This woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Bullshit! Sorry! That cough keeps returning. Unrelated? Yes, I can say with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. No. She's Iris, not Dahlia Hawthorne. Spoiler alert! Dahlia Hawthorne got executed. How she died, I'm not sure, but she got executed. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Okay, oh, sorry. I can't. I haven't seen Gumshoe yet. He's something of a legend, I hear. Don't say it like you don't know anything about him. Tell me what you know. It's a bit strange, actually. If he was really anything special, I should have heard of him by now. I'm always well informed about the rookies coming in the prosecutor's office, you know. And then you mean he isn't anything special? You should already know the answer to that. Although, there's one other possibility. What's that? He could have come into the profession from a different channel. What different channel? There's more than one way to become a prosecutor, right? Perhaps he started off as a defense attorney, but decided it wasn't for him. A defense attorney? I didn't even know you could switch sides like that. Okay. Maybe we don't have the evidence yet. I'm gonna go with that. Oh, I'm talking to Miles. No, I'm at the garden. Finally getting to the bottom of this case. If I could just get Iris to break those locks, I should try to get more clues. Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Shoe, and Pearls. I swear there's no one around here all of a sudden. Yeah, that's where I was going next. The mountains, when you're all on your own. Speaking of all alone, I guess I should go check down the shack down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry down there skulking again. Oh, Mr. Nick! Pearls, what are you doing here? Hey, nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is the loser shack where losers get together and lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, you're not covering each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larry's did a picture for me. That's, great, Pearls. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes. That sounds... Well, it sounds like it sounds more delightful than being in a room with Dahlia Hawthorne. Over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't you just why can't you try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I got nothing to say to you, Nick. This life here, my life's here now with Pearls. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I going to do with him? I am. Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls? It's actually not half bad compared considering it's Larry. I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's not getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Iris, Sister Iris, flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a fantasy, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice, ugh, not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearls. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. It's hard not to when you are, Larry. Obviously, this picture really is really a representation of what you saw. Okay, I was half asleep when I was here last that night. But I was wide awake after that lightning strike. And that's what I saw. It's exactly what I drew in the picture. Oops, I also don't have a choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's it look? What's it like a down on your face? Actually, before I... me. I wonder if Sister Bikini's back in the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around here for a while. I will in a second. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Looks like Sister Bikini is not here. She must have been sorting things out after the quake. Must be hard on her with her bad back. There's a few things we really need to discuss with her. Guess I'll drop by later and see if she cares. Sounds like someone's happy with the tune they're humming. Yes! No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room and grind. Whoop! I love my job. Who cares if the clues are fine or no good? That's not what the investigation's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost, all along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. That's supposed to be reggae? Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been standing there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? Oh, I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The bird sword thing, turned out to be the false lead, right? And I'm giving it my best shot here, so I still haven't turned up any clues. The music in this game is awesome. I just found this weird scrap of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? What? How am I supposed to examine the letter? Unless that's a letter I'm supposed to examine? Just on the staff. I definitely remember there being crystal here. What's going on over there? Okay. So what's everyone's plans for tomorrow? I'm going to... Ah! Okay, I can't do it yet.
Well, you can't do it yet. If you'd listen to me, I would tell you eventually when you get there.
I wasn't sure. I just read post-earthquake. I'm like, oh, okay. So how's the investigation going? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place at the Airtunnel Garden. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to Funtown, which I haven't been to in years. A couple of years, I shouldn't say that. Makes me sound like a long time. So I'm going to that with my little cousins, which is going to be exciting. I say little cousins. They're both in, like, middle school. Which is kind of terrifying. Actually, no. Well, I remember once we were by the pool and I was listening to music because I was there first and everyone kind of was trickling in afterwards. And the song from High School Musical, Gotta Go My Own Way, came on. That's the song that came on, and one of my cousins was going. She was like, "Is this Taylor Swift?" I'm like, "Oh, right. Just age me right there. These kids haven't seen the glorious High School Musical." It was like, oh, just age me right there, Jesus. So yeah, that was fun. That was a fun experience. So I say little cousins because they're younger than me, but still, it's just like, they're both in middle school. Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, and I'll, I can't wait. I want to go on the Astrophere and everything, and it's gonna be exciting. And they're talking about that bloody writing on the lantern. They're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously, like HBO. What you mean? I don't have the details, pal. All I know is that if you don't find Maya down in that sacred thing, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me, I don't know. Ugh, they're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What does he mean by that? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I've been busting a gut trying to find the murder weapon. All I found is this burned up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was inside the incinerator, right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it! I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. And after the incident, the snow melted away. So that means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. Sure, you can have it. It's all about spirit mediums, masters, and stuff. I bet that's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? It's gotta be important to mention spirit mediums and masters. I've given us a look over in some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? It wasn't the sushi that was found impaled in the victim's body. This charge would prove that in court today. Yeah, that's true. In which case, there must have been another blade. And that's what's running around, and that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for? Yeah. Looking for? Huh? Yeah, and man, it's tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got a feather of forensics on our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You wanna know? You've gotta think scientifically. Oh god. Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. So, I'm trying to platinum the game. And so I have to replay the game. I have to replay Rise from the Ashes. And so at the part where I got to, we got to see Drake Marshall again. But, but I examined the ladder, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get the trophy! Damn it! Because there's a thing called like ladders versus step ladders. And there's 5 step ladders in the game, and this is the one I'm missing. Because there's the one in Turnabout Samurai, Turnabout Big Top, Lost Turnabout, Stolen Turnabout, Rise from the Ashes, and then there's one in Trials and Tribulations. I had to look it up because I'm like, how many ladders are there in this game? And so yeah, that was fun. It was so I had to look it up. So I should get the trophy. Should. But I have to replay Rise from the Ashes anyways, because I have a trophy I have to get where I have to see all of Angel Star's lunchboxes. Soldier, scientifically speaking, made a medal, right? Any questions so far? No? I know what he's gonna say. I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for that job? Ta-da! Metal detector. Raise your hand if you didn't see this one coming from a mile away. Well, do you want to give the scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It's gotten pretty boring after a while. I can give it a try. I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out? Or not?
Choose play forensic expert.
Okay. Like I said, the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, it could make you cry. It's so high-tech, it could drive... It could skydive. Oh, bother. So, now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Alright, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the on the metal detector signal. Okay. Next, move the... I know how to use this thing. Take a good look at anything and everything you find suspicious about. Look, it's a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? Looks like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, pretty ordinary objects. There are plenty of guys that like picking on the smallest details. The vegetable guy at the store at my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. He said, "That's cabbage." He says, "I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing." No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both firmly in the ground before they grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take the step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you're gonna miss the most important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal. The last person I need to take advice from is this guy in front of me. Yay! That's the sushi next to the golden statue. That sushi next to the golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd check it anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about the sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yeah, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I would be leading if I hadn't joined the homicide division. You think about that kind of detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detective officer, me detention officer, me as the blue badger. I can only do the first part. That's something that's something that to be said about humor. The humor value of Gumshoe as the blue badger. I know. I'm aware I was just lollygagging. Doesn't look like anything here. Hey, pal! All you gotta do is watch the metal detector and it will tell you what's where, okay? Alright, I'm not exactly a whiz at machinery, you know. Looks like there's something around. It's buried in the snow here. Don't touch that, pal. Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them out so they can catch detectives. They're real nasty. A trap? For detectives? Yeah, I mean the fierce traps, sharp teeth, that snag your leg. Yeah, those. I have a finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? Yeah, it was a bit... Oh, mousetrap. There was a bit of cheese that looked tasty, so I reached out and bam! I'm not sure I know how to respond to that story, as pitiful as that. Is this a pen? Yeah, I've been looking all over for that, pal. Oh, it's yours? Yeah. My old man gave it to me when I was qualified as a detective. He told me it'd be good for sticking in in suspects' faces. That makes detectives sound really nasty. I got my it's my dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Don't go losing it. This looks like a wallet? Ah, that's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it. I put a bell on it. But you still drop it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet's completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Then how come the metal detector picked it up? That must have been because of the bell, I guess. This is Miss Donham's staff, isn't it? No? Oh, the Blue Badger. I can sing it for you if you want. Or the Huntress's Lullaby, whatever you prefer. Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you want to look at it, things made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find out find the metal where you can't see it? It's weird though. It's weird that I think it's causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, get your hands off of it, examining evidence. Is the job for the... Ugh! The top's coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ugh! That's, a sword? Inside a staff? Could it be the murder weapon? I never would have guessed this sword had been concealed in the victim's staff. This calls some kind of thing a sword came, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness, if it wasn't for the cane sword. Or else the victim would have been stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime is at the inner temple, then it's a sword. Then why was the sword that was used to kill the victim found in the main courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about it until I discovered it just now. Well, as I say, there's a team. There's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there's any traces of blood on it. I guess this is a murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped off the blade. Wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the sushi, too. This has to be the murder weapon. Okay, gotta run to the forensics. Gotta get some traces. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if the most of it's been wiped off. See you later, pal. Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're going to get the stuff analyzed. Would you mind if I held on it? Would you mind holding off on that for a little while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please, just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and, well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. I don't think Maya's been— No, police detective. I just wait until we get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of meridian there. Okay, just stop with that face, pal. One thing, though. The staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out what we knew about it and we didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. That's just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, I'm taking care of it, pal. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around with this giant staff, don't mind me. Thank you, detective. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Now, shoot, you know there's a place at the base of the mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when we find Maya, huh? Sure, thanks. I can't but wonder, though, what's Lee Stone doing with this stuff like this in the first place? Alright, I'm gonna go finish talking to Pearls now. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I mean to ask you about the plan of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just— well, I was a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Donham's room reading a book together. But Miss Donham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? 3, 2, 1. Sorry. I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. It's just... I'm a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power has disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your powers have disappeared, Pearls? It's a holdover for me. My spirit medium can only channel spirits. It's like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at the Husport Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? There you go, Nick. You made her cry. It was only 5, wasn't it? Or was it 6? I don't know. That's really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her sidewalks before I get the truth out of her. I'm assuming we don't have enough of the Cyclops. We're gonna have a conversation. Talk to Sister Bikini again?
Yep.
Well, Jesus, what are you shaking for? Well, what's the damage? How's the Sacred Cavern? It looks like it survived. We have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the cavern. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those with the Crime tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern, trying our best to open them as we open for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh? We were in the middle of the chat, weren't we? Yes, you were talking about how the Master of Crime disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Misty arrived. And when she showed me a talisman to prove that she was the Master, she said, someone is trying to destroy the Quran tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to it. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There's only one heir to the Master at any time. There's only one heir to the title Master at any time. It's usually the eldest. The child becomes a new Master of the Crine, and her daughters of the main family. All the other mediums become branch family members, and no one with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout history of the clan. Branch families are always have, always will always plot to erase the main family line. Is there power to the Master worth this much bloodshed? You believe in this technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know the power is real? Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. At the time, I had seen her channel spirits of dead plenty of times. During Mask to Mask, Face, and during the Maggie Bird trial, too. And the countless other times of every other thing that's existed. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always been a hand to help me out when I need her most. The cry technique has made a huge difference in the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead? That's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose, but With all the power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe it anymore, all because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago, that's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. She's talking about the DL6 incident? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. Oh, I'm sure it ruffled a lot of feathers.
Oh.
The DL6 incident, I knew it. The DL6 incident, I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So if you who was the defense attorney on that case, the murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history that the police ever used a spirit medium. Videos channeled the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed that channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Though Mystic Misty's channeling the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with this evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? And then found guilty for the murder 15 years later. That's right, he was. And that case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen of the crime tradition openly involved, and it was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, and the people of Crime Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. Ever since we managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The crime tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? The spiritual power of the clan channeling technique is all in the blood. I think you told me the exact same thing before. Ah. Oh, oops. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Mommy. With each generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. It's always a cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course! She became a lawyer in hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life. As a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened with her mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia grew tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mother and her aunt. That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty had the superior powers and managed to usurp the Master Chief from her. Yes, Morgan Le Fay, another bitch. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan, That's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home in Crime Village. And what she did was terrible. It's also what she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you knew Mr. Morgan's daughter, then you must already realize that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Is she Iris' Morgan Faye's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Le Fay's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. Sounded like you met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have! I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl Faye. I always thought she was my child. You jest, that child. She's Mystic Morgan's? I had no idea. Mystic Morgan, but she's in prison now. Isn't she? Yeah, where she belongs. Yes, ever since we found out she was a co-conspirator in the murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mr. Gorman had 3 daughters. Not 2. Wait. 3? Yes. Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. So, Lance, are you still here? Are you understanding what's going on? What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It was many years later that the clan's reputation hit an all-time low, when Mystic Missy's husband realized his wife would never become master. Do you realize what is about to be unveiled? Just out of curiosity. He left her with the village, taking his twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried. That's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. Oh well, you'll see it. That's unbelievable. Iris had a twin sister. Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? I'm hoping this isn't the case. What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Ray, I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. I guess, a jeweler.
Phoenix, hello.
I know. Don't say anything about it.
I know.
Thank you very much. You helped to clear up a lot of details. Pearl's the 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. Ding ding ding, I will not be singing the Blue Badger theme song today. No doubt, it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even they couldn't destroy her dream of that child of hers that would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. If it seems that incident was the result of Mystic Morgan's anger. She was able to break free from the bars so I can find her. So Iris had a twin sister. So tell me, do you now see why Dahlia is a bitch? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And actually, once you find this out, it's like, oh, wait a second, that there's more. Now you understand that line that Dahlia, or Melissa Foster, says to what's her face, Mia. So Iris is his twin sister. The plot thickens, but this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out. Maybe just more questions and get some more info. Mangy.
It's just to go to the main, just to go to the garden and present question mark profile to Edgewood.
What? I don't need question mark.
I know you know who it is, but they don't know who it is.
Well, Phoenix wrote on the case though. I don't know. He read the first case with Maya.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm on my way to the garden.
Oh, the garden. Sorry.
Yo, Miles. Hey, Miles. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious.
Yeah.
Sister Bikini just told me. But the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There's nothing about Iris having a twin sister in the file that I checked. Well, Iris was taken to the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father. A jeweler, I think. Jeweler?
Why doesn't Phoenix know this?
I don't know if Dahlia would have said it to him.
Maybe not.
Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess.
Dahlia?
Sorry, this cop just bitch keeps coming back. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. No! Shit!
What?
I hit the wrong button. I know this. Hi, Miles, I love you, but you shouldn't feel bad, but I've already read this. Okay. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn. And due to inexperience, my defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about the case? You're not the only one who knows something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked up on Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was the key witness to that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. And Wright, don't judge me. I'm hungry. I've been here all day. I'm lightheaded. Don't judge me as being traumatized. Do you want some? It might help you. Sploosh! She stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years ago after that, she married her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. You couldn't tell? I don't know if the game is going to delve into this, but I figure I'll just mention it here and now. The whole reason Iris was sent to Hazakura Temple was because Dahlia convinced her father to send Iris to Hazakura Temple. Yeah! She's a manipulative bitch. Her sister. Yeah, well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie is the only daughter of Dahlia Hawthorne's father's wife. No. This is when she entered my life. This is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected to this case. Bullshit! That cough she's coming down. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I confess that in reading her file, I came to know the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Yeah. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. At the time, Dahlia was like she was possessed by a demon or something. Oh no, she's a literal demon. It's almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure it's a bit of a shock for you, Wright, for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected to this case. She's dead. And once more, once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
Miles, you don't have a spirit channeling, do you, yet?
He only knows about Psycho Walk. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of the other connection yet, Edgeworth. What is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from the branch family of the Wright channeling technique. Did you say Wright channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes. I know it's connected to that fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent. And it was involved with another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, or they went and called her in. There was a very famous spirit medium called the Master of a Channeling School. Do you know what happened? As a result of an effort, an innocent man was accused of murder. And her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room, it's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday.
Sure, no problem.
And then you'll see the Wright channeling technique is real. Inner temple gate.
Okay, so you talked to Edgeworth, the investigation first week, Dahlia is dead.
Yes.
Okay. Go to the training hall.
Oh.
Did you talk to Iris, escape trick lock 95?
Yes.
Because now you're going to present the Take that! You're going to present the key.
I think it's saying you told me the truth about what you were doing on the night of the crime. You said you were in your room at House Court Temple the entire time. Do you still claim to the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because the person you saw somewhere else that night of the murder. blanched face. I know. I was going the wrong way. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. Yeah.
And then you're gonna present Iris's testimony.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. The two of you talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The Acolyte's training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between here and the main hall of the Inner Temple. So I would say I left around 9:40, I think. I'm sorry, but lying, it just doesn't suit you. Huh? Weather data! Iris's testimony! How long is the evidence going to be for this trial? I don't know! You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the bell, you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, the only moments before you rang the bell, you were seen in the main hall. You were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright, we even spoke a little about that evening. That's why he gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock at night, on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what was going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. Second, at the exact time, you were ringing the bell at the Core Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this. Flash check. 1 second. There were 2 of you? On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means that there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest that there was another one of me? Then show me evidence that there's Then show me something that proves that there was 2 of me. We're calling her out right now?
Take that!
Okay. I have a firm grasp on the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? Oh, never mind. Perhaps a twin sister. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. But there's no need to explain... But there's no need to explain, is there, Iris? The second you was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But that's just as you said a second ago. My sister's dead. How could you... have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo and a training ground for the crying channeling technique. On that night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit. And you knew about it. That's why that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Thoughts?
No.
After stream thoughts?
No.
Oh, I have after stream thoughts.
No.
I was in my room at the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I had been spotted in her temple. I knew that I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected. The Irish had no sister who can be sought in her temple at night. Murder. Sorry, gagged a little. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing.
Okay.
Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. Betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It was the start. It's what started her down the twisted path. Yeah, that was the start of it. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain was where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million? From your own father? That's awful. And I promised I'd help her. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was for revenge on our father. Revenge? Oh, that revenge. What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man who threw our mother away and sent her to hell. I hate to say it, your mother sent herself to hell. She must be talking about Morgan. Our mother was the eldest in the main family. Was the eldest daughter of the main branch family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit that. To be the That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. This plan backfired because of our mother's sister. Took it all from her. She took over the master of crime. If I was in the situation, I'd be like, oh, thank God I'm the second oldest, so I don't have to have this responsibility. That would be Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Now before that, the credibility of the crime tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Faye, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of DL6. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving my mother behind. Leaving my mother our home behind. He hated that place. He said it was a hick dive. And there was no reason to stay there. And that's when you came to Osirkora Temple? Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Mallory. I had no place in the new family, you see. Oh. I haven't seen my mother since then. Having the mother's master sheet stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. So I heard she's been battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how this piece fits together. And I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the fake clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident of which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix, right? There's still much to investigate. Leave these logs to me, I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. Yeah. There's still one giant secret. Pearl Psycho Book. Okay. Suspension break. Heavenly Hall. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the truck. Oh, Mr. Nick. You're too late, Nick. You came here for if you came here for our potatoes, we already polished them off. I have pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Take that! It's so weird how the Magatama like inverts the screen. That's only 5 Magatamas. I don't know why they have a range like that though. Maybe. Okay. After the murder, you were supposed to be in the Stone's room reading a book together, correct? Yeah. I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No. There was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. Suppose I went to Miss Donham's room because she was too worried about something. Or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Here, Dimple. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still open. Looks like she's still up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you worried about? Now, I'm gonna take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, you will tell me the whole truth. Oh, okay. You went to this place for a very simple reason, and that reason is Maya. It's obvious, well, what you went there, what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew Maya was training, and it was an undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special force. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? Because it was you who introduced House Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all, and that's why I decided to go and find out what she was doing in her temple. No, then we're clear. Now you went to your temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. But what time was it when you headed over to your temple? It was around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to go before it started. But there was so much snow, I didn't get there until after 10. But how did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ring for lights out. You heard the lights out bell? The House Temple's bell is pretty small, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was trying to pick up on the sound of the bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. So that would be terrible. I was trying to get to the bell. tell me, Pearls. Why were you so worried about hearing the bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell is because of this. Oh. Wait, can we check this? Oh, we can! Be careful on the nightfalls. Should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit and lead Ernie up to her. Her name is, she is our all-full, here's a picture of her, use it so you can channel her. You know you can do it. Once this is, burn the, I'm assuming, burn the note. Also, don't tell anyone about this letter. Yeah. They can't tell you. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance. Take that! You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Where did you... In the incinerator at the Inner Temple. Pearls. You were following the instructions to the letter that night, weren't you? That's why you were afraid to miss the lights out bell? I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing. These instructions were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me, no. As you can see, a large portion of it is burned. It has been burned. But the last portion of it is fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and purpose of writing it, whose spirit was Pearls haven't been channeled. Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious your Pearls was supposed to be channeled. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... Bitch Face! Bitch Face still fits. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? Is that the name in the letter? It was just I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met in the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have any clue what kind of bitch she was.
She doesn't know that Dahlia's sister.
About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirits. Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. It must have been you must have quite the respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my question: who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Do we still not know how old Morgan Fay is? Pearls. I have to wonder about something. Actually... 49, so if she was the younger sister, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say...
50-something?
Yeah, 50s, 60s. Actually, I would actually probably bet more 50s. Do you have any idea what the instructions meant? Did you? But you followed them in the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you? That's why. How did you know that? I figured it out. The person who wrote this letter to you was your own mother, Morgan Fay. What?
Now you're gonna present the
Yeah, I figured we were gonna present that. Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. Nick, why is she pulling back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. She feels guilty. Do you blame her? I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence. One more thing to do it. Alright, girls. You both know someone carried out those instructions at the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it. It was you. I knew it. However, I do know whoever did do it was a child. Huh? How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made the simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean? I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you were given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and the evidence proves it. Take that! Gravely, gravy. It was you who splattered the gravy over the hanging scroll, wasn't it? What? Why would I do something like that? Do you remember what's written on the letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades, bringing our visions into fruition. You didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among the others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donham on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. I'm sure Miss Donham taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy sounded like gravely to me. And the other word roast is, I could think it was food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy on the night, from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really didn't, I did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked me. For such a simple thing, I couldn't even do it right. Oh, wait, what? Shit, hold on. I want to read it, but I'm not going to read it haphazardly. Blair, will you people just shut up so I can read? After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture of the hanging scroll in the sacred cavern. I was sure it wasn't the master of the crime, like the letter said. I see, and then, well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of the snow. So I went to the inner temple, guest area. The guest area? Yes. I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started. I couldn't interrupt. So I just stayed there when I was there and I prayed for her to get through it. But then Girls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearls. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fall asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, there you found yourself trapped in the inner temple. Oh, cool! I can see again. When I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but the sweet prince wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter in the incinerator, then heated up the leftover gravy and you left some steam Let us see by checking the grave. You have to scroll while you cried. But it must have been pretty scary for you, Pearls. I know what it's like. I think you used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial to with her experience, Larry. It was written right in my mother's letter. It said as soon as you hear the light spell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So, you channeled Dolly Hawthorne's spirit? No, I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I've never felt it channeling someone. This is the first time it happened. I tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearls. It's all a workout. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. And then that's, is that what you think your spiritual powers want? Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation as to why you couldn't channel the spirit? I suppose there's another possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell it to me anyway? It could happen if someone else had already channeled the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yeah, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick she's already taken. That would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it. My mother's gone to a place called Penitentiary. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And the last month she told me... the time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully. I will tell you where the letter is hidden. Her mother is a bitch. Her sister's a bitch. Iris is cool. She's actually decent. My mother's always nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so I have to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so. Yeah. There's a picture with her in the letter too. A picture? So, of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit. But this time, pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something strange that happened to... There was... Bleh. How's your day going today, Sir Frank? There was something else strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken as if someone had already opened it once before. That's sure pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us. And so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright. Nice. How was it? Hopefully all your technical issues were figured out. Look at the innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully obvious is. Oblivious. That. Godot. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaky puzzle workshop. Nice, that's good. Yeah, I can't wait for that game. I hear it's supposed to be really good. Yes, he's talking about Iris and the lock breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Mr. God, I'm talking like Morgan Le Fay. Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Wright. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but and you were the only one who was at their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. I didn't do anything about what was going on. What did I just say, Wright? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. Mr. Nick, is what that man said true? It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya is alive. See it for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. Oh, look, it's bitch number 1. Actually, no, bitch number 1 is always going to be Dahlia Hawthorne. Her mother. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's all better that you don't know what you've done. I know this day would come for you. The blood of the main family line is no more. Now, finally, all this time, the Master Seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Penitentiary. That's an insane asylum.
No, that's jail. Penitentiary.
And other reasons. With the trial portion, which we'll do tomorrow night. Shit, I didn't save the game. So tomorrow night when you come over, we'll finish off the game. Because this is like the last big portion of it. You find out a whole lot more. Personally, for me, the whole Godot aspect of this trial is a lot more interesting than the family drama. But that's because I hate Dahlia Hawthorne and everything about her and her family, except Pearl and Iris. We'll do this tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. You'll find out more as you go, and you'll find out part of the reason why Godot hates Phoenix is because he wasn't able to protect Maya or Mia in his, but there's in his mind, but also for the fact of other reasons that are gonna come into fruition. I'm excited. This trial is awesome. I thought it was gonna be a lot longer than it was, but the trials in this game were a lot shorter than all the other ones. But I am gonna say this now. I thought the game would expand upon the whole Godot and Phoenix conversation a lot more than it did. I think the anime did it better. I'll have to show it to you and why I think it's better in the anime. I think the anime did it a lot better though. And not just for the fact that the anime you have like a more like well-rounded thing, but the anime I think just did it better because I think it added more dialogue that was, I want to say, more, not impressive, but more, I don't know how I want to word it, but it was more, I guess, yeah, more detailed, I guess. I'll show it to you after this. Anyways, though, thank you guys for joining us. We are in the trial portion, and I think tomorrow's gonna be the last episode of Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. So that's kind of good, kind of sad. I still need to play this game, though, to platinum it. Let's see. Oh, 66% trophies. I have stuff to get Bridge to turn about. And I need to do Lunchbox Specialist. Then I'll get this trophy once I finish Bridge to Turnabout. But I only have like 3 trophies left in the game to get. And I would have platinumed this game, and I am very excited. I did have to suffer through. Hold on, if I can find it. I had to suffer through that bullshit, but I did. That actually wasn't bad. I was just like pressing X repeatedly just to get through all the text. I think I did willpowers and the map, I think is what my combination was. So, nonetheless, we'll see you guys tomorrow night with this. There's going to be no stream tomorrow morning. I'm going to be going to an amusement park with my cousins. So I'm going to be doing that all day basically, and then we'll come back, we'll stream this, we'll finish up Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. That's probably going to be a bit of a long stream. I might make a cut off and then, so it's 2 separate episodes, because I don't know how long it's going to be. So, that's probably what I'll end up doing. But we will see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you guys then. So enjoy, and don't drink poison coffee. See you guys later.